What's up, everyone? This is Christian Duke from StrengthAddicts.com here at Louisville Athletic Center, Dixie Highway at the Kentucky Derby Festival Championships Free Posing Clinic with Autumn Cleveland. Autumn, how are you today?
I'm excellent.
Awesome. So the first interview we did was at that post office, I think, in 2015. And I said, are you a competitor? Do you compete? And you were like, well, yes, I do. So talk to us about, I guess, your competitive history. I mean, it's pretty extensive, right?
Yeah, I've actually kind of lost track of all of it. So this is my 15th year of competing. I've always competed in figure. I did try physique last year for fun, and I liked it. Other than that, national figure competitions, that's about it.
And you've got a massive social media following. I mean, massive. How many followers do you have on Instagram?
Not a lot. Like 27.
And you're following like 200 people or something.
I don't know how that works.
I'm not putting you on the spot or anything, but yeah. So, no, it is quite a bit. Now, you know, you've test expedited, which is a mouthful. You've test judged. You are a trainer. You're a competitor. How have you done all these things in the industry?
I think I love it. It's always been here for me, and I want to be here for the sport. So any way I can contribute. I don't know that I would ever be a promoter because it's a lot of responsibility. So, but yeah, I really enjoyed test judging. That actually makes me a better coach and posing coach for my competitors when I can sit in that seat and say, here's how things come off, or here's how they seem, so I can help them better prepare. And then expediting the show, to be honest, like it's fun for me to take someone who I know is nervous, who's never been on stage, and help them. If I can make them feel any more confident or smile or have fun or not freak out, then that's what I like to do.
Now, you've also made the decision to not only compete in figure, which is where I think most people know you, you're actually stepping it up to women's physique. Why that?
I think it's always good to step outside your comfort zone and keep growing. And like I said, I've done this for 15 years, and I love women's physique. I think it's awesome. I have a lot of respect for it. For me personally, it is outside of my comfort zone. I'm awkward on anything that's choreographed, so even the routine itself is a personal challenge because I'm terrible at that. But I think it's just a way for me to still enjoy having fun on stage. However, that again makes me a better coach and prep coach and posing for anyone who wants to do women's physique. If I can put myself in that position, now I know what it's like, so I can help.
Now, in terms of training, I mean, you also have a rather extensive client list. There's a lot of people that want to work with you. From what I've heard on the grapevine, there's a bit of a waiting list at times. Talk to us about that.
My philosophy has always been to have quality over quantity, and so I don't want a huge team that I can't take care of, and I still want to be able to give everyone individual attention. So even with growth and business, in my own personal growth, I have to consider their goals, what they're hiring me to do, my goals, and make sure that we can all stay balanced and all get where we want to go, because I'm not successful if they're not successful, but I also have to keep my passion intact. So I have to change the volume at times. So sometimes I to avoid overloading myself, I do say no.
Now, I want to keep this interview positive, obviously, but I do want to pick your brain on something. What's your thoughts on clients that come to you with somewhat unrealistic expectations? Because I'm of the opinion, I've actually heard of coaches where a competitor will come and say, I want to be pro in a year. And the coach knows that he or she can't be pro in a year, but will still take their money. What's your take on that?
I don't think that's right at all. I don't think that practices good integrity. That doesn't help our sport. That happens a lot where I feel like people are being taken advantage of because they hire someone because they don't know, and they use that as a trusted source. And so if that trusted source isn't being honest, and it's a hard conversation to have sometimes, but I look at my clients as we're both equals and we're both adults and we're a team, so we should be able to sit down and have those hard conversations, and I have to do that a lot. And so if to keep someone healthy we have to pull out of a show, we have to take that head on, but I want us to develop a relationship that we both feel comfortable doing so, because I wouldn't be able to sleep at night if I thought I was taking advantage of somebody or lying to them or wasting their time and taking their money for it. So that's not my philosophy, but I'm not afraid to have those conversations. I would want to hear it if it were me. I wouldn't want to pay someone and have false hopes, and I like the blunt honesty, but there's a graceful and delicate way to handle all those things.
Absolutely. My second to last question, speaking of shows, what are your next shows?
My next show is in 3 weeks, and I will be doing physique at the Derby with a little bit more intention this time than last time. And then I'll be doing figure at Junior USA's in May.
And I thought it was awesome. The last show, your parents were there, and they had the shirts, and I actually took a picture with them. Those are some cool shirts.
Those are special, unique shirts. Yeah, my brother made those.
Awesome. And the last thing, where can friends and fans go to stay up to date with you on social media?
Probably Instagram. It's at Automatic, AUTUMN, ATIKK.
Great. Thank you so much for taking the time. For Autumn Cleveland, Christian Duke, StrengthAddicts.com.